Hello, YouTube. I'm not sure if this is working. It says I'm live. I've never done a live, and to be honest, I didn't think I'd ever really do one because I'm so used to kind of my process with YouTube. And yeah, so now this is different. I wanted to jump on and do a live because, as you all know, life is crazy these days, and things are, I want to say, upside down, but I feel like they're even more than just upside down. And it's challenging for me these days to put together a YouTube video because, as most of you who are subscribed to my channel probably know, my husband and I have been living on the island of Mallorca, Spain. And we have been in the process of moving our life back to Canada, living part-time in Canada, and then we also wanted to maintain our home in Spain. And so my husband actually left for Canada in February, and my intention and plan was to come to Canada in March, late March. And then, as you all know, with this coronavirus outbreak, things have started to hit the fan in Europe. And so when that started happening, I realized I needed to get out of Europe, get out of Spain, off the island, and back to Canada sooner than had anticipated. So I literally booked my tickets, and within a few days, I was on a plane and back to Canada. And so I'm in Canada now. And then as soon as I arrived here, Spain went on total military lockdown. So I'm really glad that I got out of that. And then arrived in Canada, and then basically the social distancing, the isolation and lockdowns have kind of happened here. It's not like a military lockdown like there is in Spain and a lot of Europe, but basically everybody's staying at home, everything is closed. And so it's just been a lot of moving around and kind of getting grounded. And every time I get grounded, we move to a different place. And so right now, so we started in Vancouver in Canada, British Columbia. And then we actually are staying with a friend of ours, and the three of us came up to his other house in northern BC. So we're like literally totally isolated in this beautiful 10-acre property with the mountains behind us, and it's gorgeous. And now I'm finally like getting grounded and settled and calmed down and in this space. And I've been wanting to connect with you guys and wanting to share with you guys dream oracle messages that I share with you. And I love doing them too. And at the same time, I'm starting to feel a shift from spirit as to how they want me to be sharing these messages. So I'm not entirely sure what that looks like and how I'll be sharing them or how often, but I'll still be sharing dream oracle messages. There might just be more than just the full moon and new moon dream oracle messages. So we'll see how that goes out. I just kind of had a system where I would share the full moon and the new moon dream oracle messages, and then kind of how-to videos in between. So that system of how I share things might just shift. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because I know that I have been MIA for the last 2 weeks, and I'm so sorry about that, which is also why I wanted to just jump on here and just do this and kind of give you an update of what's been going on in my life, how this channel is shifting and evolving, and what I'm doing as well. And I'll share that after, actually, because I know you might want to hear some messages as to what's going on in the world, because I've definitely heard or received some messages while in the dream world around this coronavirus. And it was largely based and focused on messages from Mother Earth, which, not a huge surprise there. Earth has been like trying to get us to wake up for so long. And I had these 2 dreams, and they were primarily focused around, it was me and my mom in both dreams. And one of the dreams, we were being chased by men with guns. And the other dream that I had with her was, in long story short, was that her and I just had like all these miscommunications, and I would say one thing and she would totally hear something else, and it wasn't what I was saying at all. And it was just like that's like what's happening with the planet, and like Earth has been trying to send us all these messages, and we receive them, but we also don't receive them, or we don't take them seriously. And so in both of these dreams, there was a real call for us to look at our shadow relationship that we have with the Earth, and how we need to shift and heal and evolve how we interact with Earth and how we live on this planet. Which you can see how with the coronavirus now, everybody is interacting differently. People are driving less, there's less planes flying. We are having less impact in certain ways on the planet because of coronavirus. And the animals and Earth and the plants are having a breath of fresh air, like quite literally, because there's less pollution going out. And it's really causing us, this is a beautiful opportunity for us to turn inward. And I know there's a lot of fear happening in the world right now, and I myself go in and out of ungroundedness and fear, and it's just like all over the place. This energy is all over the place. And at the same time, a really big important message that I received and I want to share is really focused on how can you focus on the light of what is happening. Focus on spreading love instead of fear, and focus on spreading compassion and kindness to your friends, your family, everybody you interact with, those that are, going out there working in the grocery stores to keep them stocked for us. Spread kindness and spread love, and don't fall into this hoarding mentality, this fear-based mentality, and focus on love, because there's so much energy that is flying around right now, and how the chips will fall, we still don't know. And there is potential for them not to fall in the way that we want, in a light and joyful, loving way. And so it's really important for all of us to focus on as much light and love as possible, to make that influence, make that impact, to shift things to light. The less darkness that we can experience, the better. Sometimes we need to go through darkness in order to step into the light. And at the same time, we don't always have to do that. It's a saying I've shared before, how many of us are taught and have experienced that we transform through suffering. And while that is true, we don't have to. And so this is just my kind of energetic blast to whoever's watching this, to take a moment and take a breath and feel into how you can move through this in the most loving and compassionate and kind way as possible, and allow that light of spirit to flow, allow that light of your higher self to flow through you. And when that fear or ungrounded energy comes up, and like, I know a lot of you are empaths and feeling moments, don't stay in those moments. Use those moments as a anchor point to call you back into your light, to call you back into your grounded energy, and then shine out love and light, and stay in that space as long as possible. And it's going to go up and down, and that's okay. And have kindness towards yourself and compassion towards yourself, because you're human and I'm human. We're all human, and we're all feeling all these emotions. And now more than ever are we so tapped into the collective consciousness on how everybody's feeling, and the interconnectedness of everybody on the planet. No matter where we are in the world, we are so connected. And I think that what is happening right now is a beautiful opportunity for us to really step into that, really step into how we are so connected. And it's not about me versus you, or this country versus that country, or us versus them, or whatever. It's all about like how we can get through this in the kindest, most loving, compassionate, and joyful way possible. How can we move through these uncertain times with laughter and lightness? And so I know that might be a tall order for some people, because things are intense right now. However, you could focus on the intenseness and just still ask, how can I find that space to make it as light as possible? So that's an invitation that I really wanted to share with you, and messages that I've received through the dream world that Spirit wants me to share with you. And also, I'm curious to know, I've been getting so many people messaging me, telling me how intense their dreams are these days. And mine included have been so different than normal. And I think a lot of you might be experiencing the same thing. And so I wanted to let you know that I've talked about this in the past, but it's like happening now. So I mentioned how one of my goals for this year is to create a dream oracle school. And the purpose of this Dream Oracle School is to help people like yourself who are curious about the dream world, have dreams, and want to understand what spirit is telling you in your dreams, or just interpret your dreams. And so that's the purpose of the school, is to like tap you into your dream world in a conscious way, so you can connect with spirit and use that wisdom from the dream world to support you in your daily life, whether that's you yourself or whether you feel called to help others and serve others using your dream oracle gifts. Then that's what the school is for. And I had intended to roll it out later this year, like literally the fall this year. But I've had so many people reach out to me. I have decided to launch it now. And so the first course, it's a 4-week journey into the dream world with me. And it starts on March 30th, 2020. So if you are interested, then I'll put the link in the description, but it's just hollyemerson.com/school. That's HOLLYEMMERSON.com/school. And you can find out all the details there. You can also send me a message or comment below if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. But if you're feeling called and like you are having these intense dreams, and you know that spirit is like knocking on your door and trying to share these messages with you, and you can't quite understand what they are, then this school that I've created is about teaching you how to understand your own personal dream language. So perhaps in this course, so each person is going to start uncovering their own dream language and what their dreams mean to them. Because I always say that if I have the same dream as you, it could mean two vastly different things, because you have your own dream language and I have my own dream language. So when I do dream interpretations for other people, I don't interpret their dream based on how I would interpret it. I go through that process with you, and I help you uncover what those symbols and the messages and the meanings behind everything, all the symbols in your dream, mean to you. So it's about really starting to understand your dream language and tapping you into this ancient wisdom that's already within you, that is waiting to be unlocked. And you know, if you're hearing this right now, you know if that's you. You know if this is something that you're fascinated by and want to learn more. So like I said, if you do, this is an invitation to join my Dream Oracle School. The first one starts again on March 30th, and it's 4 weeks, and I would love for you to join. So if you have any questions, please send me a comment down below. And like I said, you can also go to my website that has all the information on the course. I will put that in the description as well. And I think, oh my gosh, I forgot that I wanted to remind you that if you haven't seen, back in the end of November, I actually uploaded a video, and it was a prophecy dream. And I invite you to go watch that again, because that prophecy dream, now that we're in this whole coronavirus stuff, I really feel like that prophecy dream really applies to our situation right now. And it really is sharing a message of hope through these uncertain times. And one of the big messages in there, you'll have to watch the video. I'll put the link for that in the description below too, so you can watch the whole dream, where I explain the dream and explain every component of the dream. But one of the big things that it is primarily about is how right now it feels like there's a lot of sweetness in life that's falling away, because in part of the dream, I had this little bag of candies and I was in a hot tub and I dropped my candies in the hot tub. And we all know you can't eat your candies once you drop them in the hot tub. And so it was like the sweetness of life. The sweetness was dropped, was falling away. And there was somebody who brought me more candies. And so this is just to let you know that, well, there are shifts that are happening and sweetness in life that we have experienced in the past that is shifting. There is more sweetness coming in, and pay attention to who's bringing that sweetness in, and pay attention to the sweetness that's coming in and focus on that. That will help you focus on like the compassion and the love and the joy aspects that we all need to, myself included, focus on through these uncertain times. So if you want to hear the full messages of that prophecy dream, then click the link in the description and watch that, because I think it really applies to what's going on right now. And I think that I have a little notebook here. I think that is everything that I want to share with you. Let me know if you like this live format. Maybe I will just do lives from now on instead of my videos, and I'll just share the same content that I share in my videos, but in a live format. I know it's a lot easier for me, and given everything that's happening these days, it's like a nice, easy, and great way for me to connect with you. And I feel like it's a real way where I can just like hang out here and connect with you. So let me know if you like this. Let me know if you have any questions, and just know that I'm sending you a lot of love and wishing you and your loved ones are safe and healthy, and wishing you laughter through these times. And so find some peace in that, find some grace, find some love, find some joy, and I'm sending it all to you right now. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be posting more soon.